From the dust of ancient scrolls to the glow of modern screens, one question echoes through every age: how will the world end? The concept of end times has haunted human imagination for millennia, not just as a final destruction, but as a divine reckoning, a reset, a new beginning. Today, we explore how three of the world's most influential faiths, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, have each told this story. This is not just a tale of doom. It's a journey through justice, mercy, hope, and humanity's ultimate destiny. In the Torah, the Hebrew Bible, the earliest visions of the end emerged during crisis. The Book of Daniel, written during Jewish exile, presents visions of beasts, kingdoms, and a final judgment. Daniel chapter 12 says, "There shall be a time of distress such as never has occurred, but your people will be delivered." These prophecies promised hope, not just vengeance. A coming Messiah would restore Israel and reign in justice. Isaiah says, "Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore." Even after the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE, Jewish thought held on to this promise, a messianic age, when peace and divine law would rule the world. For Judaism, the end isn't just about an apocalypse. It's about restoration. Christianity, rooted in Jewish tradition, expands the narrative. For early Christians, Jesus' crucifixion and resurrection marked the beginning of the end times. In the Gospel of Matthew, Jesus says, "They will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory." The final book of the Bible, Revelation, offers dramatic symbols: the four horsemen, the beast, Babylon, but it ends with hope, a new heaven, a new earth. Revelation says, "They came to life and reigned with Christ for 1,000 years." Later, Christian thinkers, like St. Augustine, interpreted this symbolically. The millennium is the spiritual reign of Christ through the Church. But during pandemics, wars, and upheavals, literal interpretations returned. Many believed Christ's return was imminent. In modern Protestant circles, a new framework emerged: dispensationalism, the idea that God works in distinct phases of history, ending in the rapture, the Great Tribulation, and Christ's visible return. In Islam, the Qur'an and Hadith describe the Day of Judgment, Yom al-Qiyamah, in rich detail. The Qur'an says, in Surah Al-Zalzala, when the earth is shaken with its final earthquake, every soul will see the outcome of what it has done. Signs of the hour are split into minor and major events. Among the major signs, the rise of Dajjal, the great deceiver, the return of Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus, and the emergence of Gog and Magog. The Qur'an says in Surah Al-Anbiya, until the dam of Gog and Magog is opened and they surge from every direction. Classical scholars like Ibn Kathir documented these traditions in his works. During invasions, like the Mongol onslaught, Muslim thinkers revisited these prophecies with urgency, as if the hour has come. But throughout Islamic history, scholars repeatedly warned, no one knows the exact hour but Allah. Though separated by geography, language, and doctrine, the three Abrahamic faiths share remarkable common ground. All speak of a period of moral collapse, a climactic battle between good and evil, a return or arrival of a righteous leader, resurrection, judgment, and final reward or punishment. Bible, 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. We must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ. Torah, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18. The Lord is a God of justice. Blessed are those who wait for him. Qur'an, Surah Al-Imran, chapter 3, verse 185. Every soul shall taste death, and you will be paid in full on the day of resurrection. In each tradition, The end is not just an event. It is a moral test, a mirror to the soul. Today, headlines often feel like prophecy. Pandemics, climate disasters, wars, artificial intelligence. Could these be signs? In Judaism, the return to Israel and rising global unrest are seen by some as fulfillment. In Christianity, many point to globalization, cultural decline, or unrest in the Middle East. In Islam, attention turns to Syria, Palestine, Iran, and Jerusalem, and the breakdown of social norms, but all scriptures warn. Bible, Matthew chapter 24, verse 36. But of that day and hour no one knows, not even the angels, nor the Son, but only the Father. Qur'an, Surah Luqman, chapter 31, verse 34. Indeed, Allah alone has knowledge of the hour. The obsession with dates is a distraction. What matters most is how we live before it comes. End-time prophecies are not just about the end. They are about returning to faith, to justice, to accountability. In Judaism, the call is teshuvah, to return. In Christianity, it is salvation through grace and repentance. In Islam, it is tawbah, turning back in humility. These stories remind us that no matter how far we drift, the door of mercy remains open until the final trumpet is blown. Qur'an, Surah Al-Asr. By time, indeed, mankind is in loss, except those who believe, do righteous deeds, and advise one another to truth and patience.